In most cities, you don't expect a tram to drive right through the middle of a packed market. But this is Hong Kong, and they do things a little differently here. This is Chun Young Street, a market that's famous for one absolutely unbelievable reason. And we're on a mission to see if the food is as good as the chaos. Alright, so we're in North Point. It's this neighborhood on Hong Kong Island that feels a million miles away from the shiny skyscrapers over in Central. This area is famous for being incredibly local. It's a place where real life just spills out onto the street. And this street, Chun Young Street, is basically the heart of it all. Now this is what's called a wet market. If you've never been to one, the name is pretty spot on. The floors are always wet because they're constantly being washed down to keep everything clean, especially around the fresh seafood and meat stalls. Honestly, all your senses are on high alert here. The sounds, the smells, the pure energy of this place is something you'll never find in a supermarket. But Chun Young Street has a globally famous secret weapon. It's the only market in Hong Kong where the old-school trams, the ding-dings, run straight through the middle of it all. I don't mean asterisk next asterisk to it. I mean literally asterisk through asterisk it. Vendors have to pull back their produce, shoppers have to squeeze up against the stalls, all to let this piece of history roll through. It sounds crazy, but around here, it's just business as usual. So today, we have two goals. First, we have to see this whole spectacle for ourselves and hopefully not get run over. And second, we're going on a food hunt. This area is a hotspot for Fujianese and Shanghainese people who settled here generations ago, so we're going to find the most authentic, must-try snack we can find. This is supposed to be one of the realest Hong Kong experiences you can have. Let's get into it. Okay, the amount of stuff happening here is just wild. You've got butchers hacking away with huge cleavers, fishmongers with live seafood splashing around, and mountains of fresh greens I don't even recognize. And the smell? It's this crazy mix of fresh vegetables, salty seafood, and, yep, something delicious being fried somewhere nearby. You can hear a dozen conversations in Cantonese, and I think I'm hearing some Fujianese too, which points to the deep roots of this neighborhood. The stalls aren't just close to the tram tracks, they're practically on them. It just doesn't seem possible. How does a tram that weighs tons even get through here? But you can see there's a system to it all. The vendors have their awnings rigged up on pulleys, and their boxes have invisible lines they know not to cross. It's an organized chaos, perfected over years. Wait, I think I hear it. And then you feel it. The whole market just shifts. Nobody's panicking, but everyone starts making these small, practiced moves. A vendor pulls a crate of oranges back a foot. Another guy rolls up an awning like it's nothing. Shoppers just kind of melt to the sides of the street, pressing themselves against displays of dried mushrooms and sausages without even looking up. It's like the whole street takes a deep breath. Here it comes. It's moving so slowly. The driver is just constantly ringing that bell, not like he's angry, but just as a gentle heads up like, hey, coming through. It is squeezing by with maybe inches to spare. I could literally reach out and touch it. The people on the lower deck are just looking out the window, not like they're at a tourist trap, but like they're just watching their daily groceries go by. This isn't for show. This is just how you get home in North Point. It's absolutely insane. People compare it to the Maiklong Railway Market in Thailand, but this feels different, grittier, more urban, a perfect symbol of Hong Kong's organized madness. The tram passes, and just like that, the market breathes back out, and everything spills back onto the tracks. Wow. Alright, spectacle witnessed. Now for part 2, food. Because of its history, this neighborhood is a goldmine for Fujianese and Shanghainese food that you don't see everywhere else in Hong Kong. So I'm on the hunt for something that tells that story. Walking through here, the choices are just overwhelming. There are stalls steaming these huge towers of buns, shops with gleaming roast duck and char siu hanging under heat lamps, and the smell is just magnetic. I'm seeing vendors selling all kinds of traditional pastries and fried things that look amazing. I'm spotting a lot of little dumpling and noodle shops tucked away in the side alleys. A lot of them with menus just handwritten on paper and taped to the wall. That is always a good sign. There's this one place, just off the main drag, that's packed with locals. It's tiny, just a few tables, and there are 2 women out front folding dumplings so fast you can barely see their hands. This feels right. Let's see what they've got. Ah, Shengjian Bao, pan-fried pork buns, a Shanghainese classic. They look perfectly crispy and golden on the bottom and all soft on top. This has to be the one. I also see some sticky rice dumplings in leaves and something that looks kind of like a savory pancake. Okay, let's give it a shot.
Hello, this one? Shengjian Bao? Host points. And this one?
The vendor, a very serious-looking auntie, just nods, bags them up in a flash, and tells me the price in Cantonese. A quick exchange of money, a smile, and we've got the goods. The bag is hot, and it smells unreal. Mission accomplished. Now let's find a corner and eat. This is just one tiny corner of Hong Kong, but the experiences here are absolutely massive. If you're liking this little slice of real Hong Kong life, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We've got so many more adventures like this coming up, and you're not going to want to miss out. Okay, back to the food. Okay, I found a little spot out of the way, but still right in the middle of everything. Let's go with the Shengjian Bao first. It's still piping hot. You're supposed to take a tiny bite out of the side first to let the steam out and sip the soup. Oh wow! Okay, the bottom is so crispy and savory from the pan, but the top is just like a pillow. And inside, that pork filling is so juicy and perfectly seasoned. The soup it's rich, a little sweet, a bit of ginger in there. I think this is one of the best things I have ever eaten out of a paper bag on the street. This isn't just a snack, it's a masterpiece. This is what you come here for. The textures are just out of control. The crunch of the bottom, the soft dough, the tender filling, and that hit of hot soup. Unreal. Next up, I grabbed this. I'm pretty sure it's a type of Fujianese oyster cake. It's a fried patty, and I can see some seaweed, peanuts, and I think some minced meat in there. It has this incredible deep-fried savory smell. Whoa, that's got a lot going on. It's super crispy on the outside, but the inside is surprisingly soft, almost a little chewy. It's intensely savory. You get that salty hit from what must be tiny oysters, the nuttiness from the peanuts, and this herby flavor I can't quite put my finger on. It is so different from the Shanghai bun. This one tastes like the sea. This is the kind of flavor that you just know has been passed down in a family. This is history in a bag. And there it is again. You can't write this stuff. I'm standing here eating this incredible, authentic food, and the tram is literally sliding past me right now. This is the perfect moment. This is Chun Young Street. The chaos, the community, the amazing food, and the non-stop, beautiful rhythm of Hong Kong life, all in one bite. This is exactly what we came for. What a day. Chun Young Street is so much more than a market. It's like a living museum. This whole setup with the tram became what it is today back in the 1950s, when the line was extended to serve the growing population of North Point. What started as a practical solution has turned into the market's most defining, magical feature. It's this daily dance between old-school tradition and public transport, between commerce and community. We came here to do two things: dodge a tram and find some incredible food. And we definitely did both. The food was a direct taste of this place's history, a story of the people from Shanghai and Fujian who made this part of Hong Kong their home. They brought their food with them, and generations later, we get to stand here and taste the results. This is a side of Hong Kong you really have to see for yourself. It's loud, it's chaotic, and yeah, it's a little overwhelming, but it is 100% the real deal. This is a place that hasn't been shined up for tourists. It's raw, it's authentic, and it's one of the most memorable things you can do in this city. Thanks for coming along with me. Let me know in the comments what you would have tried at the market. And don't forget to subscribe for more. Our next stop is taking us up into the mountains for a completely different side of Hong Kong. See you in the next one.